All right, welcome back. In today's episode, we are going to talk about how you can become more magnetic. My name is Gianna Badot. I'm a subconscious coach and certified hypnotherapist, and you can learn more about how you can work with me one-on-one to rewire your subconscious mind and eliminate the unconscious blocks holding you back and keeping you stuck in the notes below. And you can also get instant access to the Rewired app, my hypnosis and meditation app dedicated to helping you unlock your full potential every day by tapping into these beautiful audio recordings linked for you in the show notes below as well. All right, let's dive in. How you can become more magnetic. Now, you probably want to be more magnetic to attract more of the things you want into your life, perhaps to even attract people into your life, whether it's a loved one, a significant other, new clients, money, abundance. Magnetism is what attracts everything to you, whether it's a human being, whether it's money, whether it is a material item. Now, to become more magnetic, this has everything to do with your energy. Now, the energy we're talking about here is the energy you radiate, is your energy body, is the aura that surrounds your physical being at any given time. And the energy that you emit from your aura is what determines if you are attracting things towards you or if you are repelling them away from you. Okay. And a really good way to determine if you are attracting what you want or pushing away what you want is to take a pause for a minute and really feel what it feels like to be in your energy in this moment and ask yourself, does this feel good? Do I want to be closer to this or do I want to run from it and push it away? The energy you want to be in is the energy that is feel good energy. It is high vibe energy. It's high vibrational energy. This is the energy that is going to magnetize everything you want to you. Now, of course, this isn't easy because your programming from the earliest years of your life has probably taught you otherwise. So the subconscious mind comes into this. Of course, it does, because your default energetic state is the result of your subconscious programming. Okay, let me repeat that. Your defaulted energetic state is a result of your subconscious programming, which means the default state that you're in without even trying, without doing anything to make yourself feel better is the state that you're in most of the time, right? It's your default state, it's your unconscious state. And that state was likely determined from when you were a kid, right? The way your parents were, the way the adult figures in your life growing up were, the influential people around you were, right? The friend group you had all determines like how you ended up becoming, how your energy ended up being as well, right? So, what is your default state? Is your default state, I'm in good vibes? Is your default state, I'm neutral? Is your default state, I lean on the edge of sadness and depression sometimes? Now, the point of this isn't to judge your default state. It is what it is. It's just where you're at, and that's okay. The good news is that you can take charge of your energy. And by taking charge of your energy, you take charge of your magnetism, right? So, the state that you want to be in to magnetize more of what you want to you is obviously high vibration, right? So, if you think of your energy on a scale, like a level of energy, right? You have like depression, sadness, anger at the lower end of the scale. And at the top of that scale, there is happiness, there's joy, there's abundance, there's feel good energy, right? And in the middle, there's neutrality. So you want to be on the high end of that scale to be magnetizing everything you want, to be in that magnetic energy. And when you're in magnetic energy, people want to be around you, right? Your manifestations want to come running to you. You're a magnet. Things are just coming closer together. And you're on the other end of that magnet. Things are magnetizing towards you. Clients are magnetizing towards you. Money is magnetizing towards you. So, how can we rewire that default state? And the default state is so important here because this is the state that you are going to be defaulted into most of the time, 90% of the time when you are in your unconscious state, like we've talked about, you are going to be in that defaulted energetic state, right? So, we want to take charge of what type of state that is because when you take charge of that defaulted state, like we said, you are taking charge of your life in a really deeply profound way. All right. And of course, this involves rewiring and reprogramming your subconscious because that defaulted state is hardwired into you from when you were a kid. Okay. So we do this by taking charge of the subconscious, by getting really clear on what energetic state am I in most of the time. Right. And my favorite way to teach clients I work with how to do this is to spend a week observing your energy, checking in with yourself 3 times a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is the best way to remind yourself to do this. You can put a reminder in your phone and just closing your eyes and taking some inventory of your inner state. How do I feel in this moment? Does my energy feel good? That same question I posed to you at the beginning of this episode. Does my energy feel good? Do I want to move closer towards it, or do I want to run away from it? And understanding, and you can take notes after every check in. And then at the end of the week, right? Look at that list. How much of the time were you in a feel good state? How much of the time were you in a negative mindset, a negative state? Right. And then you can really gauge like what your defaulted energetic state is. And some of you may be surprised to learn that most of the time you may not be so positive. You may not be in that positive high vibe state that you probably want to be in, that you envision yourself to be in. Right? You're lost in negative thoughts. You're lost into energy of other people. This is a big, big uh, inhibitor to being magnetic, is getting lost in the energy of other people. And if you're someone who is an empath, you likely get stuck in the energy of other people quite often. But that's a whole conversation for another episode. So this is what I want you to do. Take 1 to 2 weeks. If you do 2 weeks, it's even better because obviously we all have weeks where we're just off, and that's okay, right? So if you really take a week, 2 weeks, even a month would be even better. So really take a deep, deep, deep look at yourself, your energetic self, and understand, what is my defaulted energetic state? Am I in high vibrations, or am I in a negative mindset most of the time? Right? And of course, there's moments where things come up, and that's okay, right? This is about really getting clear on, okay, what is my defaulted energetic state? And when you get clear on that, you can start to understand what you need to do, what your work is from here. We want to rewire that. We want to reprogram that. So if you find that you're in more of a negative state most of the time than you want to be in, doing self hypnosis is going to help you visualize yourself in high vibration. So visualizing your future self. This is called future casting, getting a really clear visual of your future self, holding it in your mind's eye with your eyes closed in the state of hypnosis, and seeing yourself operating through your day, operating through your life, running your business, in your relationship as that high vibrational you. And the more you do self hypnosis, the more you do this future self hypnosis specifically, the more you are naturally going to become that version of yourself, because you are rewiring and reprogramming your subconscious mind to think you are becoming that version of yourself just by doing self hypnosis. This is going to help you become more magnetic. It's going to help you attract more of the things that you want to yourself. It's going to make other people naturally just boom, feel better in your presence, right? You know, people like this where you're just around them, and being around them, you feel better. You feel warmer on the inside. It's because they have magnetic energy. It's because they radiate a high vibrational state that your energy just wants more of, that your energy feeds off of, and starts to feel better and starts to radiate higher and vibrate higher just by being around them. So, there are some really simple tips to start getting clear about what your energetic state is, what that defaulted energetic state is, so that you can start to reprogram it, rewire it, and get in charge of your energy so that you can become more magnetic. I hope this was helpful. And again, you can check out the show notes below for links to the Rewired app so you can start doing self hypnosis right here, right now, today. In fact, there is a beautiful future self hypnosis audio on the Rewired app that you can dive into right now. Check out the link in the show notes below, and I will see you in the next episode.